I'm MatPat, and this is Game Lab.
For the last 5 years, I've made a name for myself overanalyzing video games using real-world science and math. But now, I'm taking it to the next level by throwing some of the world's most popular gamers into the scenarios we play through every day. Will the games stack up to reality? And are gamers as good in real life as they are on screen? Welcome to Game Lab.
Today I'm doing reconnaissance on our gamers because, well, they don't know it yet. They're about to get hacked, Watchdog style.
The Watchdogs series, Watch_Dogs series, is one I've covered pretty extensively on my other show Game Theory, because it illustrates how practically everything in the world around us is vulnerable to hacking. In the first game, you played as Aiden Pierce, using your cell phone to hack into everything around you from traffic lights to ATMs to security cameras. You were the ultimate puppet master, hitting your enemies where it hurt most, their text messages. And other stuff too, like their criminal records, I suppose. But hey, those emoji were private. With Watch Dogs 2 on the horizon, trailers have revealed that players will be a member of an anonymous-style group called DedSec, working to take down an evil corporate overlord while hacking their way through smart homes, smart cars, and other generally smart things. So the big question is, just how vulnerable are we? On this episode, we're learning from the people who know firsthand just what's possible in the world of hacking. And I have a feeling that after today's over, we're never gonna feel safe again.
Just like that, they arrive. Who says I'm not good at my job? Joven, very smooth entrance.
We're hugging.
I hate hugs.
I'm the group hug enforcer.
Someone once told me that friendship is magic. So thank you all for joining me today.
Yes, thank you.
I know that there was a lot of mystery around why I called you here.
Yeah.
A little creepy. A little creepy.
You can't tell a girl that you're watching her.
That's how it makes. You get in your face.
So here's why all the secrecy, all right? I needed you guys here today because we're gonna hack into the YouTube space.
No, for real, what's up?
Yeah, by the end of the day, we'll be hacking into the YouTube space. I brought in 2 hacking experts who are gonna teach us everything from breaking into doors to hacking into security cameras, encrypted files, all that, so that by the end of the day, all of us working together, we're gonna get into this building.
You're gonna trust me with that kind of information?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hack your brains out.
So you guys ready?
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah! Okay, let's go!
I'm gonna get arrested today. Sweet!
So I'd like to introduce you to our hacking experts for the day. We have Snubs from Hack5 and Johnny Christmas from Redleg. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Great to meet you guys.
Sir, nice to meet you.
So before we get too far into this, I have to ask, and this is probably the most embarrassing question I could ask, but is it okay if we call you Leet Hacksaws? Would you qualify?
Well, I would call myself a penetration tester extraordinaire.
Extraordinary.
Can I call myself that?
Extraordinaire.
That's what she said?
I'll take lead hack, sir.
I also noticed your cat ears, just for the heck of it.
Those are for special engagements.
Oh.
Oh,
So
That's
throw
when
them
he's
on.
actually doing the penetration testing.
You guys do you. You guys do you. Whatever. So, what do you guys have planned for us today?
We have tons planned for you, so I hope that you're taking notes during
I'm
this
really
entire thing.
intimidated. Right
We only have
Yes.
a few hours to train you, so what do you say? We should take you into the training facility, right?
Yeah, let's
let's
get
do it.
started.
Guys ready for some lead hacks?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3, penetration. 1, 2, 3,
Penetration! To the training room!
Super serious work we're doing. All right, this is a pretty cool setup you guys have here.
Are you ready?
Your hacker den, I guess?
Hacking is far more than just stealing and doing things you're not supposed to do. Hacking primarily is about uncovering unknown knowledge and then spreading that knowledge.
Since I got into this almost a decade ago, I've always been very adamant about introducing new generations to hacking and to penetration testing.
Penetration testers are hackers, people who simulate the bad guys. And companies hire us to come in, use these attacks against them. And that's because you can build up your walls and your towers all day, but until an enemy comes in and bombards you, you don't know what you forgot.
That segues nicely to Watchdogs. This device right here becomes like a magic wand, and I'm able to hack into like, boom, I'm hacking into traffic lights, and boom, I'm hacking into your phone.
Yeah.
True, false, no.
You can hack from your phone.
Ooh.
Definitely a possibility.
Is there an app?
There's an app for that. It's free.
Oh, okay.
Yes, even better.
The problem that we run into in real-world scenarios is that people depend on convenience over security.
What can you guys train us with?
We've got in our spread here is, it's a combination of some tools of the trade and some things that you will often come across in the field.
Tell me what this is.
Flash drive.
It's a flash
It's a
drive.
USB drive, yeah.
There's a micro SD card on there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, there is!
Flash drives. It's called the USB rubber ducky. Your computer thinks that it's a keyboard. These scripts on here type anything that you want to type on a keyboard into your computer, and much, much faster than the human eye can see.
Let's take it to its logical conclusion then. I plug this into my computer.
And you get owned.
And you pwn me!
Yes.
Besides physically taking it apart, is there a way to know if it's a malicious drive or not?
Not really.
Oh, that's
They all look the same.
In Watchdogs, one of the big mechanics is the ability to, if I am able to hack into like one system, I'm able to attack a lot of different things all at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
that's called pivoting. Pivoting is when you gain access to a network through like one centralized computer. That machine has some kind of vulnerability, some kind of open port that allows you to gain access to another machine on that network. And from there, you keep on branching out. You create this tree.
You're hopping, you're connecting
You are,
dots.
you're hopping, yeah.
And then once you're in there, what can this device see that device A could not see?
This sounds so exciting.
So it sounds like step one is getting access to the Wi-Fi networks.
Yes, get on the network so that you can talk to things.
How do we do that?
This is called the Wi-Fi pineapple. I just had this little guy running. And who is Jacob's Apple Watch?
That is me. I have my Apple Watch is in my pocket.
So you thought you were connected to the local
You get the slow
Wi-Fi.
clap.
Once I turned it on and allowed it to connect to me. So you usually have a Wi-Fi network at home, and you automatically connect it to it when you walk within range.
Yeah.
Since your phone automatically connects, we take that as a vulnerability and use it to our advantage. So instead of you connecting to what you think is MatPat's home Wi-Fi, if I'm in better range than your router is, I'm gonna change my name on this little device and say, I'm actually MatPat's home Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So connect to me, and then if I want to, I'll let you go out into the internet, or I'll redirect you to a website of my choosing, or I could install Keylogger with direct access on HTTP or whatever I want.
So how do you protect yourself?
Turn off your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Just if you're at a certain coffee shop, don't use their open wireless network. That's a really, really easy way to get owned.
But I need my Wi-Fi.
Convenience over security, again.
The elephant in the room, opening doors. It's exactly what this is for, because sometimes it's necessary to get access to the technology you need to hack. You snake the long end under the door,
Yeah.
and then you kind of grab this end and pop it up. You loop this around the handle. You give the string a tug, and it pulls the handle down.
Is this a key that opens door number 1?
That key opens TSA lock number 1.
What?
No!
So, as you may know, the TSA requires a specific type of authorized lock to be used on your luggage. So a few enterprise hackers had gotten their hands on some very high-resolution images of the master keys that the TSA has for opening all of those locks. The other lesson to learn from this is don't put pictures of your keys on Instagram. Google is by far the most heavily used tool in a penetration tester's armament.
So even though there's all these fun little tools on the table here that we're gonna play with, Google is the hacker's best tool.
Absolutely.
It's our best friend.
Convenience.
Thanks, Google. So that's a little bit about the tech that we'll be using, right? So let's put some of these to practice, yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Sounds
cool.
great.
We just gotta find a
find a
door,
door
out
outside
here
this
in the black
void.
void. I think it's this way.
This way?
This
Okay.
way. Follow me. Off into the black hole.
All right, so there's a couple of tools that are going to come in handy here in this challenge. By far, the most common network reconnaissance tool out there is a utility called Nmap. Pretty much lets you talk to your own computer as if it was a different device on the network. What I just did.
Go for it, man.
Okay.
Go for it.
So we're connected to a wireless network now.
So first thing, we gotta do sudo,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
And then, oh gosh, what was it?
I think I know.
Because it's not Nmap yet. right?
Right, because we have to find out our network
It
information.
was like,
Okay, so let's start with the TSA lockpicks. So this one is locked. You can't get into it unless you know the code. So you simply slide this in and then turn it one way or another to try to open it. You got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you just pick that lock.
That's, wow.
it was like config, IP config, what was it?
If config.
If config, thank you.
Yeah.
Whoops, maybe.
Woo, there you go. All right.
Okay, teamwork.
Yeah.
Next thing we'll move on to is the USB rubber ducky. We're going to create this little file. It's called a batch file. On this batch file, you get to write out whatever you want your script to do. through a
So you
keyboard.
could use the USB flash drive to prompt a browser open and then download something from the browser.
Yep.
So the meat of what you're doing isn't actually on the hard drive. That's just the key to unlock the door.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That's a great way to look at it,
Okay.
exactly. If you can do it from a keyboard, you can do it with the ducky.
Ah!
There it is.
Oh, good. I was like, I don't know if there was like a scare yelp or a, oh no!
I thought everything's broken.
So I'll also let you both use the Wi-Fi pineapple. So first I'm gonna just run a little recon scan, take about 30 seconds. While this is happening, it's collecting all the data around it that's being transferred. So we have the MAC address, you know what that is, the security. So security is interesting because you can see whether the router is secure or not. So you noticed all those SSIDs we were collecting, all those different names? I'm collecting those into a big pool, and then I can rebroadcast them out to everybody else.
Gotcha. Who's everyone else?
It's
Oh,
like
all
you,
those Wi-Fi. Okay, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
It's Matt, like everybody who has their Wi-Fi on their device, I'll be rebroadcasting this out to them.
MatPat, thank you for your social security number. I appreciate it.
What? How did you get my social security number off? Oh.
Your social security number is 12?
You are old.
I'm one of the originals. Don't let this baby face fool you. Yeah, now that we are clearly the leadest of hacksaws, what do you guys have in store for us to test our newfound skills?
A certain company has hired you fine people to help them with a severe problem that they have going on.
Already got a job.
They believe that somebody who might possibly even be a higher-up executive has been trying to siphon information from the company that he shouldn't necessarily be sharing with the public.
Is it MatPat?
It's MatPat.
Oh, you found me out. No.
They've hired us to come in and see if we can find some evidence they're trying to avoid the political mess that might be created if they outright confronted him. You think you guys are up to that?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
easy.
so, yeah.
With
I
the
kind of
right
snoozed
help.
off halfway through, but I believe I can do it.
We got all suited up in our hacker attire.
You guys look awesome.
Thank you.
You look great.
Why are you shaking your head?
You came in.
Why are you shaking your head? Do you see this?
Johnny
do you see
Christmas
this?
is
I
unconvinced.
look good.
It's like you got lost in a
For a
TJ
man with the
Maxx.
last name of Christmas, I don't know if you're able to judge.
I don't have my last name in neon green across my chest.
So explain to us what's going on.
We've got to do some reconnaissance first and figure out how we're going to be able to get in on what this guy is up to without him knowing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we should start with the Wi-Fi pineapple.
Okay.
She's run this AP and client scan. She ran it for only 30 seconds, and you pulled up several different SSIDs. So are there any weird ones on there?
There's 6 total Wi-Fis, but there's one that isn't Google or YouTube.
Okay, then that's probably him.
We know how to hack into wireless
Yes, we
networks.
do.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna if config the hell out of this thing.
Don't forget to sudo that.
Okay.
I'm gonna sudo it, and then I'm gonna if config it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what we learned in training.
Yeah, that's it, right there.
Okay. But we got a password.
This goes back to what we learned. What if we Google search full passwords for spot?
There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you
Hey,
go. See if that's right.
Give it a bit, and you'll see it pop up in the corner if it works.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait.
We got it!
Like
I said.
Okay, so we have our IP address right there.
So we need to go to the WLAN.
LAN. Yep.
IP
sudo.
addresses. Yep.
Then we do nmap.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to take.
Now comes the
a
exciting
minute.
part of waiting.
All right,
Of waiting
everybody,
for it.
get ready to wait.
Cue the waiting montage.
So we can see from our Nmap scan of the network here that there's definitely a wireless security camera in there, and it's got a password on it. So I've got a really great Russian exploit site here that is nice enough to give you the exact string that you need to use in order to change the password on that camera. So we're simply gonna copy that out and we're gonna paste it into our terminal window here. change the information that we need to be specific to our camera, such as give it the IP so it knows where to send the information to. And then we just need to give it the new password that we want to use. The username, of course, is going to be admin. And then the password is the one we typed in. And we've got a video feed.
And we're able to watch what he's doing. He's on the laptop that we're trying to gain access to. We need to get him out of there.
It looks like he has luggage.
Yeah.
So we might need these TSA locks.
Okay.
You're gonna be on that. Got it?
All right.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Matt,
Yes.
that door over there, it's locked.
I'm ready to go fishing.
But
With
also,
a PH.
if we're looking for specific documents on that computer,
Yep.
you're gonna have to use this,
Awesome.
the rubber ducky.
Oh, that's the ducky.
I've already got a script ready on there to steal anything out of his My Documents folder.
So wait, all I need to do is just plug this in and
You got it.
sucks everything off?
Yep.
But somehow
Great.
we
That's what
have
she
to
said.
get him out of the room. How are we gonna do that?
I saw like a pizza box in the trash. I can grab the pizza box and cause a distraction.
Perfect.
But it was in the
Drop the
trash.
pizza.
I think the box is empty. If he grabs it, we might be doomed. So you got to work fast.
Stain him and then take him to the bathroom.
Gotcha.
There you go.
And then seduce him in the bathroom.
I can seduce. That I can do.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, penetrate. 1, 2, 3, penetrate.
Penetrate.
That's hilarious.
I know, right?
All right. All right, here's hoping this works.
It's ringing. I hear it ring.
This is Robert.
Hey, this is Little Rocco's Pizzeria. I got your pie up front.
What pizza?
Oh, he's on the phone.
I don't know, Doctor. I got it
Get ready,
right
guys.
here. I got it right here. So if you just want to come out.
Okay, you guys ready?
Okay, I'm coming out to deal with this.
All right, cool, thanks.
He's coming out. He's putting the laptop in the bag, though.
No, it's okay. We have the TSA keys.
All right, guys, he should be coming out.
Yeah.
We gotta do
I mean,
this
if
fast.
he's locking it, he might not even lock it.
He's locking it.
He's locking the bag.
Crap.
Those
Okay,
aren't
that's
secure.
okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, not an issue. Don't
Hopefully
worry.
your keys stay around that long.
What do you think of my scarf?
Your scarf
Sir?
is awesome. I looked
Doing really well.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Did you see that? Dude, as I was coming in here, I saw a guy that was beating on a Mercedes, like a bat or something. Is he going through? Boy, hey, did you...
I don't
Oh, there,
Okay, okay. Left.
I'm sorry.
Slowly to the left.
You don't have like
Just
a
do it.
Mercedes, right? You look like you might be
No,
driving a
turn
Mercedes.
it. Not
Oh,
when you
turn.
turn.
No, you don't touch the pie until I get the money.
Go. Yes. Go.
Dan, and if you make me,
I don't have time
and
for this.
oh, that's but hey, don't make me. Okay, he's coming back. He's coming.
Go run interference.
Excuse me.
Look out.
Look for the TSA number. What number is it?
No, can you come with me though?
No, I don't need to.
find
Pizza?
seven?
Yeah, he's the one that has the pizza.
Ryan.
You got your ducky ready?
I got it.
Awesome. Okay. Open up the laptop.
Someone should look out.
Oh my gosh.
Is this your guy? You look like you're his boss.
How'd you get my
What? Dude's all up in there.
What is this?
Much more modern.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna use this laptop.
Guys.
Use this laptop.
Okay, so I just need to plug it in? Oh, no.
How'd you get my name?
USB. How do you
Okay.
get it?
Now you just gotta wait.
Just wait.
You order through an app.
Okay, it's running.
Do I need to scan the drive?
No, you don't have to do anything. Just wait for it. Okay, it's running the code. It's opening up the administration.
Following pro make change. Oh, wow.
Just don't even touch the mouse. Just let it do its thing. Okay, so it just copied everything from documents.
Maybe you guys can share it.
We could share it.
Split
You
I
want to
don't
split
care.
it?
Outside of
This is not my issue. I have things to do.
obviously, it's your issue now.
There's also a text file that says super secret docs.
Super secret.
Is it coming?
That's zip.
But I
Do you
mean, okay.
understand that?
Good.
Close it. Put it back in
You
your
got it?
luggage.
You got it?
Where was the other one?
I know that he's just a delivery guy, but also he's got to make a living.
TSA
I mean, I
keys.
used to be a pizza delivery guy.
Don't forget them.
Oh my gosh, Pam, you
I'll
gotta
tell
make
you
it
what,
look
you're gonna
legit.
pay me $20 just to get out of my sight.
Go faster, go faster.
No.
Hey, how about this?
Man, how did it look before?
It was just sitting out of that like that.
Okay, come on. You good?
No. So this is Little Rocco's.
Go sit back down. What are you doing now? Right where you were.
Very familiar.
Right
Down
where
the
you
street.
were.
Okay. Do you mind if I call my manager then real fast?
You're from Little Rocco's?
Yeah, I'm from Little
Oh,
Rocco's.
that might be. Sorry, that. Yep. I'm not.
Guys,
Sorry
seriously.
sorry about that.
Wait, no,
Not mine at
I'm
all.
gonna call my manager.
I don't have time for this. God damn it.
Those kids, huh?
Got an angry man. He's an angry man.
All right. What do we do? Connect to Linux? Connect to
Yeah, right.
Did we find anything?
Ducky?
Here's a ducky.
Okay.
What do we got on there?
Super underscore secret underscore.
And cats.txt.
We got a password. How do we get through this?
It's a zip file?
Yeah.
Crack it. So we're gonna use a program called fcrackzip, spelled like it sounds. Go ahead and type it in. fcrackzip, all one word. What we're gonna do is a dictionary attack that uses some known information within all zip files to guess what's most likely the password. Watch how fast this is.
All right.
You got it.
I did something correctly.
Yes! Use it.
I'm gonna use is it?
Make sure it's right.
Let's find out.
Open that file.
I like
There it is.
Doesn't mention anything about the algorithm.
Oh my God, Joven?
Why didn't you tell me that guy was giant?
He was pretty scary.
Does it look like I could have beat him in a fight? He looked like a hitman.
That's what delivery guys
He's like
have.
dressed like a hitman. I'm like, oh, hey, do you need a pizza? He's like, no, I'm gonna shoot you instead. Like, that could have happened. Oh, we're laughing now. Joven peed his pants.
What have we learned today about hacking?
I learned that hacking is a lot easier than I thought it was. I thought it took a super genius. Not saying that you guys aren't super geniuses. It took a lot more practice than we had. You guys are professionals. Also, people don't like free pizza. Like, free pizza, free Wi-Fi. If it's free in life, it's bad.
Free. Yeah, avoid free things at all costs.
Nothing is actually free.
Yeah. Jake, what about you?
Well, I learned that, yeah, Wi-Fi is terrifying. Unprotected Wi-Fi is not good. Even the cell networks are not good. Pretty much everything's scary.
Okay, sounds good. Pam.
Well, I feel that I learned some valuable information that I can apply to my real life because I have actually been hacked. So I am going to guard myself against hacking in the future.
You are all actively targeted. You may not even know it.
Great. And with that uplifting note, let's wrap things up here real quick with a quick summary of Watchdogs versus real-life hacking, all right? So in Watchdogs, yeah, the hacking might be a little bit easier than it is in real life, but honestly, we're not that far off. A couple of Google searches, a couple of button clicks, just the right use of tools, and bam, you're getting penetrated whether you want to or not. Pun intended. Yes. So the other big thing that we take away today is connectedness. As our hacking experts demonstrated, if you get into one part of a system, you can pivot your way through to find other unprotected devices, work your way through different vulnerabilities. So very accurate to life, for as fantastical as it might seem in a video game. And I think at the end of the day, probably the biggest lesson of all, video game or no, taking protection against hacking is important. And so, like, hey, sometimes security does have to outweigh convenience. So read the disclaimers on what you're doing. And you know what? Use a VPN to protect your information and just be aware of things going on in the world around you, right? Because without hacking experts like these two lovely people standing beside me, the world would be a much, much more dangerous place. So thank you so much for all the work that you guys do.
Thank you, guys.
And I'm gonna buy all sorts of pineapples and duckies just to troll all my friends. Yeah. And you should keep that mohawk.
I will.
All right, and with that, we should close off with one more penetrate.
One more
all right,
penetrate.
here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Joven, you know you want to. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Penetrate!
Should we, let's just, we'll go super cheap.
Fine out there.
All right.
Get out of here. If he leaves and sees you, you are so busted. Get out.
You guys want a pizza, though?
Go.
Oh, we got a password.